오늘 최근에 만났던 친구 저한테 점심 먹자라고 했어서 오늘 사무실로 오시고 같이 제 요즘 만든 에밀리 인 코리아 컨텐츠 그 인터뷰 컨텐츠를 같이 찍을까요? 그래서 전화해 볼까요? 전화할게요. 쪼네땡 오고 있나? 알겠어. 오늘 혹시나 누나랑 컨텐츠 찍을까? 좋다. 알겠어. 오케이, 조심히 와. 바이. 여러분, 저는 오케이라고 말했어요. 그래서 우리 촬영 스튜디오에서 갑시다. 짠! 여러분, 저는 오셨어요. 반갑습니다.
안녕하세요. 저는 조나단입니다. 브라질에서 왔어요. 만나서 반가워요.
우리 지난주 만났어요. 처음으로. 우리 어디서 만났어요? Where did we meet?
We were sick at a hospital. I mean, pretending to be sick. Yeah, we were both laying down on the what do you call it? The hospital beds, and she was there like with her guts out, and I was just looking at her like, Dad, and I had like my eyes all black, so that's how we met.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were acting, 연기. 그때 너무 재밌었어요. 첫 진짜 acting 경우였어요.
I've done some movies in Spanish, but I never had to talk much. It was more about dancing. That's why I move a lot. Though.
이것은 그 vertical short film이에요, 여러분.
1 minute you just go, and they're and you're like, oh my god, what's going on? It's pretty interesting.
What's the title? You Must Die.
You must die.
So yeah, I'm so excited. But anyway, it was funny. 그날에 우리 처음 만났을 때 you're laying there like kind of dead.
Yeah.
근데 갑자기 그 다리가 슉 이렇게
Oh, my leg.
No.
Because sometimes I out of the blue I start stretching my legs.
That's what you did. 이렇게
You know,
와.
doing all of that. But the thing is, as a ballet dancer, I'm very flexible. So if I stay in one position for a long time, it just hurts. When I'm in the airplane, because Brazil is really far. Every time I go to Brazil, it's like 14 hours flight.
Oh, it's like Canada then.
I start stretching my legs, and there's like people taking pictures of me, and I'm like, I am not showing off. I am just trying to like not feel pain anymore.
Yeah.
You know? And the thing is, with these short forms, we don't have time to prepare for an emotion. So it's kind of like you're happy in one scene, and then you're super tired and sad and crying on the other scene. So it's like, so you gotta just put the emotion right away without preparing it. So it's a little bit stressful.
Go in and how are they gonna receive me? Like I'm such a chobo, so I don't know if I'm gonna like. What if I have to do it again and again? Korean director was so chill.
Yeah, he was so chill.
Which I did not expect. I expected to like get in trouble or something. Like I was like, oh my god, I hope I don't screw this up.
Yeah, it was
너무
fun.
좋았어요.
I had the audition for the role. Like the audition, I was a bit nervous.
Yeah.
But I just let myself out because they wanted like to see my range of emotion.
Yeah.
And then he looked at me. He's like, "Oh, 좋아.
Oh!
Like this. Oh. And I was like, who's that? He's like, that's the director. I was like, oh, okay. He liked me. Okay. And then like a few weeks later, they messaged me like, oh, we want to offer you the role.
Wow.
So I was
And
really
you had
happy.
a pretty big role too.
I don't have many lines. It's a lot of emotions. I go through so much.
Yeah.
But it is one of the main roles, yeah.
And then like we did like that CCTV part where I'm actually like getting killed. But then after that, I had to go and do the voiceover, and this was my last scene before I left for the day. Did you hear in the hall?
I heard.
Yeah.
The crying, the screams.
Yeah. But then after it was done, like he finally said cut, and because I just kept going, and I'm like, when is he gonna cut this? And then after I looked at the director, 감독님 보고 나 보고 우와 이렇게 했어요. 그래서 I was like, 다행이다. Okay, so how did you first learn about Korea? Like, what made you come here?
I never thought I would come to Korea, to be honest. I was in Brazil, like training as a dancer, and I was offered a scholarship to study in the US. America. And I don't come from a rich family, so I would never be able to afford like paying the whole tuition of the school. Even for my flight, my parents didn't have the budget to buy because it's really expensive. So what I did was I took a book and I put a lot of my pictures on the book, like ballet pictures and the ballet school that I was going to study. And I went to every house in my neighborhood asking, I got a scholarship to study in the US and I want to buy the flight ticket. We don't have the means to it. Can you help me? Oh, so many families helped me. So I got like money to live in America for like 2 years.
This is someone from our hometown who's really talented and we want to show the talent of our hometown.
Because my hometown was very small, so telling them that I got a scholarship to study abroad, like the rich families just like, we trust you, like go, you know. So it was amazing experience.
Maybe Brazilian people then and Korean people are kind of similar because Korean people are really like kind and supportive.
Supportive, yeah. So if you're hiding yourself, no one will know who you are. So like you really have to be eyes open and like meeting people. If you don't want to socialize, it's gonna be hard to be in this industry.
Someone else is just gonna swoop in and do it other than you. So okay, well now it's just balls to the wall. Go. Just do it. Just try.
Just do it. If I start thinking I'm not ready, I can do it.
Oh, you can't
then
do that.
I cannot do it anymore. So I just like whatever, you know. We leave once and
that's what I love about working in Korea in this industry though, is like today you're boxing, tomorrow you're like in a car commercial, the next day you're like getting killed on the site on a movie, you know. It's like just so random but so wonderful. And like so before you said you like Korean food.
Oh yeah, I love Korean food.
What's your favorite?
Well, when I first came here, I had a kimchi bokkeumbap and it was so spicy for me.
Oh really?
The thing is, Korean food, I don't know if people notice this, but when I first came here, everything is red.
That's what I said.
Everything's red.
That's why I had a mental breakdown like 3 weeks after first coming here. I was like, I don't want to eat anything red ever again. Like, of course, there's many things that are not red. There's like, you know, all the like sorangtang and like different margentang. Like, there's lots of things and lots of green things.
Now I don't mind the red. I love Korean food. Like
so
my
funny.
favorite soup is the hangover soup.
해장국.
뼈해장국. 뼈해장국 너무 맛있어요. Every time I go drinking with my friends and then we go to a restaurant at like 5 a.m. And we are all like, 뼈해장국 하나 주세요. Like that, super drunk. And we're like, finish eating. And I always have a white shirt because I love white shirt and I have like stains of red things on my shirt. I was like,
sloppy 해장국.
yeah, I love. When I was in my company, we had a performance in Paris. They all brought like a bunch of Korean noodles, like Korean ramen, ramen, like so many of them. I was like, we're going to Paris. We have the best food in the world. Why are you bringing? And then I went there. I stayed there for a week, and I called my roommate. I was like, can I have one?
You did that.
What is the best one? Those small one, like the cup noodles. Yeah, I was like, can I have one, please? Like I miss the Korean spicy food, you know. So it was just for a week, and I was like, I understand why you brought so much Korean food with you.
Well, actually, there's a lot of Brazilian restaurants in Korea too. Actually,
I mean, it's not the same as in Brazil, but it's very good.
It seems like a good like sharing of culture, though. Then.
Of course. Yeah.
So Brazilians really like Korea and Korean food.
BTS, when BTS went to Brazil, oh my God, so many people just like lines, like, and the tickets just sold out like this.
Well, those are some visuals. 그래서 우리 그 vertical short film 그거 우리 어디서 볼 수 있나요?
They have the Real Short Instagram page, and they post like a few episodes. But I think it's for people to get curious. What's that? Like, there's 5 episodes, so you want to keep going. Download the app and watch the full version. But
app 이름 뭐였어요? What's the app name again?
Real Short.
Real Shorts, right. 캐릭터 이름 뭐였어요? Barton?
Barton.
Barton. And 역할 조금 설명해 줄 수 있나요?
I'm just a sleazy. I'm just a spoiled brat that is rich. Also, when I go to auditions and I tell them that I'm a professional ballet dancer, they think that I'm gonna act like hi, my name. I'm like, bro, no, yeah, I'm a ballerina. I act like a balletist. I was like, no. So it was very surprising for my friends to see me being as a sleazy and spoiled and rich kid.
Yeah.
Being like so it was a different character, like it's totally different than my personality.
Oh.
I'm not like that at all.
Method acting. He
I
was
hope.
in.
And then I watched the video, I'm like, oh my god, what have I done?
Yeah. Oh, it was
excited.
such a fun thing. My role, 내가 그 main Daisy, main actress, 엄마. 근데 엄마가 죽였어요. She got murdered. 살인? I had to scream. And 처음에 그 첫 take 했을 때, okay, Emily, you're going to scream. 그래서 okay. 해봤을 때 소리 안 나왔어요. 왠지 감기 너무 심했어요. 그래서 근데 드디어 나왔어요.
It was good. I was right next to her, just listening to her.
오늘 촬영 어땠어?
Really good. I feel like home. I'm just like laying down on the sofa and have a chat, you know, having some coffee. Perfect job.
So nice. So nice.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh my god, you have to come back again and again.
Yeah.
오늘 여러분 시청해 주셔서 너무 감사하고 다음에 봅시다. 우리 밥 먹으러 갈 거예요.